So I think there's a stigma right now that it's very difficult to get clients and that the lash industry is dying and it's oversaturated and yada, yada, yada.
So what I would do is I would think about like, okay, who wants lashes? Like, who is my typical audience? And I would literally just find them on Instagram. And believe it or not, that is what built my book of business.
You can drive traffic to your page all day, but if you're looking at your retention reports and you're getting all these new customers and you're only retaining 25% of them,
Yeah,
then
something's wrong.
You're doing something wrong. You need to be above at least 50% retention rate. What's up, Lashinistas? Welcome to the show. This is the Oliver Lash Podcast, where we talk about the ever-growing eyelash business. If this is your first time listening to our show, welcome. This podcast is dedicated to helping you grow as a lash artist and or lash business owner. So whether you work for yourself or someone else, this podcast is for you.
What's up, guys? This is Shauna and Mike Jones with Oliver Lash.
Who?
Our heart is to share with you guys our uphill battle in this industry and to give you guys a real raw version of what things are really like.
Well, really like. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about marketing. We're throwing some AI
How to get
marketing.
new clients. How to get new clients. That's what
new
everybody
clients.
wants.
How do we get new clients? So I think there's a stigma right now as well that it's very difficult to get clients and that the lash industry is dying and it's oversaturated and yada, 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 everything I've heard. But we're going to kind of deep dive into that today. And hopefully this will encourage you. You getting the hair off my mic?
Yeah.
Hopefully this will encourage you to get some great ideas for content and get some great ideas to start getting some new clients for your get your books nice and busy. Before we jump into that, if you're new to our show, welcome. Obviously, we don't charge a fee for this. Our only fee is that we ask that you please refer this podcast to somebody who could greatly benefit from it. Also, make sure you follow us at...
Yes. Oliver Lash on Instagram and Oliver Lash Salons. We do have our salon in Tivoli Village, Summerlin, Vegas. And we also are doing classes, you guys. So a lot of our classes are online Zoom style.
Online Zoom or Zoom Live?
Zoom
we'll
Live.
Take either one.
Whatever.
They'll both be awesome.
Online, yes. And keep in mind with our classes, you guys get mentorship afterwards. I've always been so like gung-ho about that because even if we're doing a 3 or 5 day class, there's so many things you guys are going to run into. And it's so important you have like a mentor, a trainer, someone to help you. Also, I do have my mentorship up on the website. So you can check that out as well. So if you're like just a solo lash artist or you're looking to build your business, this podcast is for you.
All right, jumping into the episode. So we're going to start at ground zero.
Yes.
Because
we're at ground zero.
We're at ground zero. Some people say, hey, listen, I'm on a shoestring budget. I need to find clients. I need to do a lot of things, right? And so it's very difficult for people who don't have a big bankroll to go out and find clients and compete with a lot of people for, ad impression share and how much, the cost per click and to run a budget for a minimum of 30 days to make sure it works. And there's just a lot of different things that you're competing against out there. And so one of the things my wife used to do, and we still do this to this day.
I literally do this. I still do this because keep in mind, we're kind of starting over here. And so that's why I'm excited about this because we're still doing this kind of stuff.
Kick it off. Tell them about it.
Okay. So actually there's like, I'm gonna increase this value because this is something I used to do it, but I started to do it more. So listen, all is fair in love and war, right? So what I used to do, how we got this started back in 2012, 2013.
Is it all fair in love and war?
No. Not really.
No?
Back in 2012, 2013, we had no money, obviously. Like, if you don't know our story, it's crazy. But I used to use Instagram as like my tool for marketing because we didn't even have money for a Yelp budget at that time. And so what I would do is I would think about like, okay, who wants lashes? Like, who is my typical audience? And I would literally just find them on Instagram. So I followed a bunch of like girls in the industry or people who I thought would love to get lash extensions. And with that, what I would do is I would always make sure that like my first at least 3 to 4 photos is like super clean work, like my best photos, because usually everybody's fast paced. They're going to look at your page and just look at those first top photos. And then I would follow them. And then I would comment, like I would go to like old photos and I would comment to try and get their attention. Because realistically, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, why is she commenting from like, 2007? Who is this chick? And then she would like go to my page. And believe it or not, that is what built my book of business. Now, fast forward to how I do things now. We advertise heavy on Yelp. Okay. So we paid for Yelp ads. And so also with Yelp too, like if you have a business, they'll give you like $300 free credits and ads. So what I do is I go onto competitors' Yelp pages and I look at their bad reviews and I look at the name and then I put that name into Facebook or Instagram. And sometimes I find that person and I'll follow them. And I have already gotten 2 clients off doing that. So it's a little bit tricky. It does take some time, but I just think it's like, it's free. Obviously it's your time, but it's so worth it if you can get residual income from that. So there's so much power in social media right now where you don't have to pay if you don't have a budget.
Yeah. I will say this, the old school Instagram stuff does work, but it doesn't have to be where you're over spamming people. Make it we always say this, make it a habit, do 50 people a night.
Yeah.
Go on your competitors'
I don't even
pages.
think they'll let you do 50 a night
They
anymore.
won't let you 50 anymore?
Maybe they might flag you.
Might flag you, okay. Let's
Maybe.
make it 25.
Yeah.
Go to your competitors' pages, follow their followers, the people who are lashing locally in town. I guarantee there are somebody in those people you're following nightly that are not happy with their current lash artist. Whether they have bad customer service or maybe they're just always late. It could
Or
be
maybe
something.
they're going on maternity leave or
They're
something.
going on maternity leave. There's your chance to dip in and steal. But there's your chance to move. Like my wife said, all's fair in love and war, right?
Yeah. No, I
and
believe
in
that.
business.
And in business.
So that part's fun. All right, let's get to the paid stuff. Let's get to the fun stuff. So a lot of you guys out there, you're like, all right, I don't know how to create content. I need to do some like crazy, like eye-catching content where people want to like tune in and want to see it. And I don't just want to do the same set of lashes opening up the eyeball or a picture of someone's overhead and edit it and get rid of the mustache and the zits and everything else and make it look all pretty, right? Sorry, it was not a knock. I'm just saying
Everything is like
it's
flawless now.
yeah, everything's flawless, but it's the same stuff every time. And so there are AI apps out there that will literally do everything for you. And so one of the ones that's really fun right now that you should check out is Creatify.ai. And you can find an ad that you absolutely love that one of your competitors are running, and Creatify will actually take and clone that ad, but with your product. And what's really neat about it is you can pick your character. You can pick, do you want man, woman, what race? Do you want them on the beach? Do you want them in the car? Do you want them in the shower? Whatever. You can pick that person. All you have to do is upload a picture of your product, feed the script to it, and it'll upload to the person talking, and it will hype your stuff up. It almost looks like they're doing user-generated content or UGC, to where they're hyping your product up and talking about it. And it can be shot kind of almost rough looking, so it doesn't look like you have a professional film crew and you're trying to shoot this, fluff to shove down people's throats.
Yeah.
And it's really neat. It can give you really great constant, like it gives you ideas for content creation to constantly get ads out there. And one of the things that's really cool is you got to think about this in terms of marketing. When you market something, you're going to have to run it a few times and show it a few times. But in the first 5 seconds, you've got to do something to absolutely get their attention. So when someone's scrolling aimlessly on their phone, looking at stuff, it's got to be something that's going to pop right away. And so be thinking of that in terms of when you're making these videos. What would make somebody want to stop what they're doing to see what you're doing in the lash industry?
Yeah. I was going to, like, the thing I love about it is some people are like anti-AI. They're like, well, I feel like it's fake, like it's not real, like it's not authentic. And that's true. But like, you're going to get to a point sometimes too when you're so busy. And realistically, yeah, you may be creating like AI to hype up your product, but it doesn't matter because your product is already like amazing anyway, so it doesn't matter. So there's a lot of people that love AI and there's some people who don't. Another thing is if you don't want to go the AI route, even though I do love that app, is nowadays everybody wants real and raw stuff. Like they don't care like how, flawless everything is, because nowadays everything's catfished, right? It's no longer filters, it's fake. It's like, this is a fake AI creator. This is like fake reviews. This is fake. So everybody loves like the real and raw because people want to feel normal. You know what I mean? So I think also aside from AI, on the flip side, it's like just doing something so genuine and real and raw and making it like not the perfect setup, not the perfect camera, but like really, just putting your heart and yourself out there in a real and raw way. I feel like that makes people kind of flock to you because nowadays everything's so fake.
Yeah. Another one is a really good one is adcreative.ai. Adcreative.ai. And that one will actually post your ads for you.
Yeah.
That'll post your Google ads, your TikTok ads, your Meta ads, your Facebook, Instagram, all those for you. And it's got some really great stuff on there for you too. It will even help you what they call A/B test or split test your ads for Google. Mm-hmm. So what does that mean? You could run a really great ad on Google and that ad itself would be there, but people aren't necessarily going to click on it, right? Because the headline of it's got to be something that's going to get people's attention.
Or what people are searching for.
Or what people are searching for. And so you could put that ad out there and you could be bidding at a very high price per click for that Google ad. So let's say you're in your market share for that day and you're spending $6 on the same keywords that one of your local competitors for your salon, right? And you're getting those clicks at 6, 12, 14, or 6, 12, 18, whatever dollars per click. But what's happening is it's not turning into an appointment. It's not turning into a conversion. You might find out that you actually spent $96 that day just to get an appointment for a $50 fill. And then now you're upside down. Hopefully you won that client over. They become a long-term client because you can't put a price tag on the lifetime value of a client. But if you are using the correct tools to split test, you can find out a home run title to get people to click on that ad for way cheaper and find out what people are searching for to make sure you're getting the clicks or conversions to where it's driving traffic to your page. And it's a really neat tool. A lot of these ones will do that for you.
Yeah. I talked about this.
You're like, ah.
No, I talked about this when I was trying to podcast by myself. I didn't get very many views. But anyways, I was going to say, if you are going to run specials because everybody's like, I don't want to discount my service, or some people are like, well, I don't care. I need people in the, like, I'll do a $40 set. I don't care. The thing is yeah, like I opened Oliver, into Tivoli Village. And what people don't know is it used to be a blow dry bar, but the landlords allowed 2 other salons next to me, which were, I just couldn't even, like, I couldn't compete with them. Like I would have either had to convert it to Oliver or close down. And I've never had to close down a business. But I was like, you know what? Let's just do this. It's Oliver Lash. So we ran specials. I ran specials. I was doing like $100 for any full set and $60 for a fill. Great, right? Like I'm not making any money on that the way we pay our lash artists. But what I was doing was I was making sure that every client that came in for that special, or every client in general, because we were growing and we were new, I was there and I was making that experience flawless, because it's not about that first appointment. When you're a business owner, you know, usually if you're giving discounts, you're really not making any money or very little. But I wanted to make that experience so amazing that it turned into residual income. So you can run a special all day long, but if you're not giving them that ultimate experience, they're just going to go to another Groupon ad and just keep rolling into specials.
That's really good advice. That's a really good point.
Yeah. And I catered to those clients. I text them. I made sure they had aftercare. I made sure they had that nice fur blanket. I made sure they were comfortable, like everything. And I think that we forget to do that nowadays. And it's so important.
Yeah, customer service is a lost art for sure. You can drive traffic to your page all day, but if you're looking at your retention reports and you're getting all these new customers and you're only retaining 25% of them,
yeah,
then you're doing something wrong. You need to be above at least 50% retention rate.
Yeah.
That means when I say retention, I'm not talking about their lashes staying on. I'm talking about them.
Client retention,
them coming back and rebooking with you.
Yeah.
And so it all goes back to the most basic fundamentals. Are you winning them over? Are you remembering things about them when they come in? Are you taking down notes? You're remembering, like I said, their kid had a birthday party, the kid's age, what type of birthday party, things about them. Are you, like my wife said, going the extra mile? Are you throwing in something free? Are you doing little things to reward them? You know, maybe they've come to you 5 times in a row and they've been a client. You're just now starting out and they've been good. They've been paying full price. And you decide, you know what, today I'm going to give you a free one. This one's on me. Just because you supported my hustle when no one else would.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you know what that does for somebody? You know the type of referral they're going to be telling their friends about?
Yeah.
And it's going to go from them saying, hey, you should try this lash artist I know in town, I can't remember her name, to, oh man, go see my girl Shauna. Man, Shauna hooks it up, does the best work, does it, you know what I mean? They're putting you on a pedestal. So when that client shows up, they're already like feeling like they're friends with you because they've heard so many good things about you.
Yeah, that's super important.
One other one I want to refer to you guys to is called SEMrush. And that one it's a really cool AI tool. SEMrush, it can actually do your SEO for you too. So SEO is kind of a thing of the past, but once upon a time, guys used to charge about $700 to $900 per hour to go into your website and just load it up with really keyword-rich terms that would make Google and other search engines recognize your website. And anytime someone did a search for lashes, it would push your page out. What's happened is that's kind of become a thing of the past. Number one, you don't have to pay someone $700 to $900 anymore. With SEMrush, you can go on there and it'll actually do SEO treatments for you to your website. It'll load the keyword-rich terms in there so that people are finding your website, that are finding your products, or finding your services above your competitors' pages. What's really nice, if you guys aren't using ChatGPT right now, you need to. And I recommend getting the premium version because I sit there and talk to ChatGPT all the time.
You know what's so funny is Mike, like, obviously is like a little bit newer to ChatGPT, even though I've always told him about it. And he was trying to figure out, because he talks to ChatGPT and ChatGPT will talk back to it. And you get to like pick a voice. And we were in the drive
through at In-N-Out.
at In-N-Out, and he was like, just, you know, like the voice, there's different voices you can choose. And there was one, and it was like this chick, and she was like, she was skanky sounding.
She was like flirty.
Yeah, she was really flirty with Mike. And literally, this is ChatGPT, but I'm a psycho. Like, I go from 0 to 100.
That's a really great idea, Mike.
You're
so funny. What's really cool with ChatGPT is you can put your competitors' websites into ChatGPT and tell them to analyze their website. It gets very tactical. It can be color schemes. Believe it or not, they've done psychological studies on this. So everybody knows the name Dry Bar, right? Like Dry Bar, everybody knows their story. The lady blew that business up, sold the hot tools division, everything, made a ton of money. She's been on Shark Tank a lot. But one of the things that it does, it analyzes color schemes. Your mind will see certain colors as aesthetically pleasing, right? Like you'll see it and you'll go, man, that's a really pretty page. Why do I feel drawn to this? Why do I like this? And you might have pure colors you like that are like black or purple or whatever that you think are cool. But from a marketing point of view, if you can do things to subliminally tell people, this is soothing, this is great, I want to book here, it's aesthetically pleasing, that's the type of things you want to be doing. And ChatGPT will analyze those things for you. It'll tell you how much they're spending, what type of impression share they have, how you can compete with them, how you can beat them. Use AI to your advantage to do these things.
I was also going to say, for getting new clients, I love this idea. We've done it. We continue to do it, but get in models for either a small fee or for free. Always keep in mind when you're using models or you're doing anything like collab wise, always ask for reviews, because reviews on Yelp, reviews on Google are still so important. People look at those reviews.
Yep.
And so what we would do is I would do like free models, because number one, I want to make sure that when people look at our page, they know that we can do every single type of lashes. We can do 4C lashes. We can do lashes that go straight down. We can do every single type of lash, every single type of person, female, male, whatever the case may be. And so when you set up photo shoots, even if you do like 2 to 3 models or whatever, number one, it's work for your like portfolio or your Instagram or your website, but it's also attracting more of an audience. If you have the same hot model on there, right, that has the perfect face, the perfect lashes, I get intimidated sometimes when I look at people's lash pages and I'm like, I would never want to be lashed by you because I do not look like that hot 10 model right there. And it's like and there's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's more, you're going to attract more people when you're showing like a variety.
Yeah,
so
diversity.
Diversity. Thank you.
Got to have a diversity.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to look like you cater to only one type of client as well.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you look like you can cater to everybody.
Which you should.
Well, yeah, 100% you should. But I'm just saying, it's at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You're shooting yourself in the foot. There are groups out there that only want to buy from people they like, right? And do you want to get people that like you and feel comfortable with you and they're going to go back and tell their friends? Or do you want to only market to people that you think are going to look great for your Instagram page?
Yeah.
So it all comes down to what's your ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Ultimately, this is a free playbook on this stuff. This stuff works 100%. This is how we've done this before. You know, we built an 8-figure lash company before. And when we tell you this stuff, our credibility is because we've actually done this. We're not telling you this stuff as, hey, this might work. You know, we think it could work, you know, and we've done it. We've taken lumps. We've got a black belt in this stuff. We've been sued thousands of times. We've figured out what works, what doesn't work. So when we give you this stuff, it's us going, hey, I read a book and I think you should apply these principles. It's us saying, hey,
or ChatGPT says it.
Yeah, or ChatGPT says it. So it's got to be right.
Yeah. ChatGPT is not always right, I'll tell you that. But it's a great, useful tool. And if I didn't have ChatGPT when you were not here, I would have lost it for sure. It was a very great resource for so many things.
I think if ChatGPT was a real robotic person, I'd be in trouble.
What, like he'd be my husband?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I would have ran off.
You better not be a bad boy again. I'm kidding. Okay.
All right. That's all we got for you guys today.
Thank you so much for watching the video. If you haven't yet already, subscribe to us, follow us on Instagram.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Subscribe to the podcast. You can follow us on our personal pages now that they're off private too. Lash Boy Mike and Sassy Babes.
Ooh, Sassy Babes.
Sassy Babes. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you in the next episode.
Thank you.